Welcome back to the workshop, everybody. So glad that you could be with me here today. Walter here at the bench grinder. Where have I been? Where you been, Walter? Well, I've been busy. Been doing a lot of things. You know the old saying, if you want to change something in your life, you have to change something in your life? Well, I had a lot of things I had to change. After the August storm of last year, which nearly wiped us out, I got into a really deep, I'm going to call it a funk, but other people probably would call it depression. I wasn't clinically depressed, but it was a depression. And it beat me up, or I beat myself up. So I had to get out of that mindset. And then in addition to that, I had always been a large-bodied person. But I had gotten to the point where I personally just didn't feel good. So I had to take care of that. So 3.5 months ago, I started changing my food intake and when I eat. That's the key, when. And since then, I've dropped 45 pounds. So I'm feeling better. So what happens when you feel better? You do more. So that's exercise. The more exercise you get, the better you feel. The more weight you lose, the more exercise you get. So I'm still in constant pain due to my herniated discs and bulging discs and hips and knees and whatever. I'm still in constant pain. But I'm pushing through it. So I did a lot of outdoor projects, as much as I could with hand tools, shovels, rakes, hoes, and did a lot of gardening. Had a great garlic crop, had a great potato crop, planted some cucumbers, which we've had cucumbers almost every day for 3 weeks now. And then I planted some radishes and some beans, and the tomatoes are coming on, but we don't grow good tomatoes up here in northern PA. The season is absolutely, you almost have to have a greenhouse to get them to a certain point and then open the greenhouse up to the regular weather. But it's not a mainstay crop for northern Pennsylvania. Southern PA, it's not so bad. New Jersey, you know, over that way. So I got my head on straight. I'm working on my Adonis figure. And so my cherub-like demeanor is coming back. And so my soul is falling into place, my spirit. And my faith in the Creator has never wavered. He has always been with me. And I will never, ever forget that. And some of you have been working through this with me as well. Excuse me, got an itch. But I wanted to talk about something today about tool modification. You buy a new tool, you buy an accessory for a tool, and you run your hand over it, and you feel sharp edges. And those sharp edges can hurt you. How do I know that? That's why this glove is on. Right in here, in this corner. I was putting the new chuck on the lathe like this. And this corner bit me. I know there's 4 of these on there, but there's a space between them. And that space bit me and ripped the skin right open. So, doctor visit later. No stitches, but they put this and that on, and it's not holding, it's not healing really nice. So, here's the thing. These jaws, this is from a SuperNova 2. And I bought the SuperNova 2 because it was cheaper. Walter should have known better and stuck with the Vicmark chucks that I've used for 47 years. Well, I've been turning for 47 years, and I've had Vicmark chucks for as long as Vicmark chucks have been around. So, when they make these jaws, let me get another one. They basically machine out a big old disc, and then they slice them open. So when they slice them open, this whole inside area is sharp. And they do deburr it, but it's not polished. Up here it's nice and smooth. Here it's nice and smooth. Even on the back it's nice and smooth. Nice bevel on there, polished. So inside, every edge on this outside edge is smooth. But these are as sharp can be. And that's what bit me. So, how I handle it, let me get a fresh one. I'm working on these today. Okay, here's one that's sharp. It's almost like a sharp edged scraping tool. So what I'll do, now if you don't have a bench grinder, which if you have a wood lathe you probably do, you can also take a file and just file these edges slightly round. And then file the corners. Okay? But since most of us do have a bench grinder, I'll take this to the grinder and I'll round, and we're just lightly rounding that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner. That's the major ones on that side. Then we do the other one. Now some people will really round them off pretty severely. But that's pretty much what I'll do to it. Okay? You see that? And then to ease it off just a little bit more, you grab a piece of sandpaper and you sand them down. So, once that's all done, if you've got any scratches on the jaws that you don't like, you can put the jaw all back together and close the jaw up so that the gaps are closed on the lathe, and at a low speed take some Scotch-Brite and you can smooth out this outer edge. So don't be afraid to modify tools. If for some reason you feel unsafe, I mean, I should have known better, but it had never happened to me before. So it just shows to Goya that even experienced workers, when they have a new tool that they've never owned before and they are unfamiliar with, can get bit. So that's where that old saying, make sure to read, understand, and follow all the instructions and safety recommendations that come with the tools and supplies you use in your shop, or something like that. Yeah, the thing none of us do. So I'll be working on these for a while. There's 3 sets of jaws. They all have the same problem. So that's going to be a dozen intersections and 2 points on each intersection, so that's 24 times. Now, if I had a flap sander or a pneumatic, like a blown, you know, the bladder type drum sanders where you have air in them, that would make this go really fast. But I don't have them. A flap sander would help too. Anything that would speed it up and make these edges really nice and smooth, really polished out. I'm not sure if a buffing wheel would work. You know, I might try that. I have a buffing wheel. I have a wire wheel too. So I might try that after I finish the video here. But I want to thank you for stopping by today. It means so much to me that you're here visiting with me. And if this is the first time that you've ever seen my cherub-like demeanor on YouTube, maybe you want to click the subscribe button and come back for some more. If you've been subscribed for a while and you missed me, smash that like button and let me know. And as always, you can leave any questions or comments down in the section below. And if you want to reach me any other way other than through YouTube, there is also my email and mailing address down in the information section of the video. So if you want any special videos coming up, send me a note. We'll see what we can do. And in the meantime, as always, head out to your shop. Go modify some tools, make them safe and efficient, or make some shavings. Walter out.